right. I'm live. Hopefully the feed is live because it was telling me some nonsense about. Okay, let me switch over to the Wi-Fi. Okay, I should be back. I'm on Wi-Fi right now. All right. I'm going to play some instrumentals in the background just to set the atmosphere. But what I'm going to do, and I've decided to do this on camera, even though you won't be able to see what I'm doing, but I want to talk a little bit. And also, if time permits, I want to pray and prophesy. All right? So I'll see if I can find some nice instrumentals here for you. Set the tone real quick. Set the tone. All right, hold on. Let me set the tone. Play some I Wing. Let's do that. That'll work. I'm gonna clean this area because the table is kind of messy, so it's making the energy feel cluttered. So as I'm cleaning the table, I'm cleaning the spiritual space. I'm cleaning the atmosphere. Excuse me. Just enjoy the music while I come back. Cool as a breeze on the floor, so I energy feels cluttered, it's bothering me. Sip life up and Rastafari never go low. Firebird, cannibal jelly, bloodshedding more and more. I still get a fight though I'm living pure. See war and crime. One kind get violent, they have no love no more. Tell them to this hard, yet them still ignore. Rastafari is life and not this some shore. Fire red flames hotter than before. Burn them complete from crust to core. Life seeds I sow, bone dirty Babylon a berry, as cool as a breeze I flow. So I re-marry to perfection like trees grow. Sweep life apple and cherry, Rastafari never go low. Fire burn, cannibal dreading. Heights of the flames of life for you. Natural lights gold and green. Children, anytime you get ready to work, always cleanse your space. Physically, of course, and spiritually. It's all connected. So if the space is cluttered with a lot of junk, stuff all over your table, your office is dirty, your altar is dirty wherever you work, whatever you do your spiritual work at, it's dirty and cluttered, the energy is going to be cluttered. So you got to clean first because it will allow the atmosphere or the space, in the case of the workspace, which is the name of my ministry, there'll be a better flow. It won't feel so cluttered, so heavy. It won't be so hard to flow. Right? So sometimes our minds get cluttered like that. So we have to go through and cleanse our mind, meditate, drink some tea, work out. Whatever you do to cleanse your mind, whatever you do to get your mental space cleansed, go ahead and do that. Look how much junk was in the workspace. Look how much junk will be in your mind. Sometimes you gotta cleanse that out so it can get flow. Alright, energy is clearer. Alright, I would like some incense, but my allergies see what I'm talking about? Allergies is kicking up, so I'm not going to even do that. But I will hydrate. So I re-marry to perfection like trees grow. I am going to change my stones and get into a proper energy. Babylon the berry, cool as the breeze of your flow. So hurry and berry, to perfection like trees grow. See fly, purple and cherry, never go long. Fire burn, jelly and jelly. Fire burn, burn, burn. Fire burn, fire burn, fire burn.
You know, so let me fix up my ship as well. My couch. This is my spaceship. I travel in this couch. Take that however you want to. Alright, let me get that in alignment as well. I travel in this couch. Oh, let me study out.
One dog and one drunk to the century. Them say senseless killing and them obvious. Find out say the war, them must study yes. Say them deal with it bloody yes. Battlefield could have slippery your money yes. Deal with them rush because them lovingness. They up on the love of God. No for them all look to see I'm mother. Hype for warrior to them all of God. Tell them say the warriors and naga run. Put up on the lava ground. No for look to see I'm mother. Hype for warrior to them lava ground. The warriors and naga run. I through the fire, no care how hot it is. I know we call burn back it is. I saw be positive. Wake up and live. No for them my eyeball machine. We're uncommon. Something we're bigger than the damn cannon. The lightning with them and them young with one and leave them endless. No foot to stand on. The lava ground. No for them I look to see I'm harder done. Fight for warrior to them lava ground. Tell them say the warrior them naga run. They up on the lava ground. No for look to see I'm harder done. Fight for warrior to them lava ground. Warriors naga run. Heights overall and never fall. Standing tall while they on a crawl. Find piece of rope and go answer. Grab the all I take them just to bounce against the wall. Oh, you fit this the grass. When no fear, no mass. Press your upper crash. The utter lava splash. Them got them high like that. Them make a fence the last. Oh, why them must say yes. Second deal with it, bloody yes. One dog and one drunk to the century. Them say senseless killing and them will be yes.
Alright, let me change my stones out.
Why them must say yes. Second
deal with it, bloody yes.
Hey. Rush because them loving yes. Oh, don't follow to see them. Fight for warrior to them. Let them say the warriors now run. They up on the ladder. Don't follow to see them. Fight for warrior to them. Warriors now run. I show the fire, no care how hot it is. I know we caught, burn back it is.
I'm gonna keep the lapis lazuli on.
Wake up and live. No for
Lava ground. Alright, I'll be putting on my citrine accessories. Citrine is my birthstone. Citrine is a stone that attracts wealth or places you in the mindset or the energy of wealth. Alright, got a matching bracelet and a citrine point. Alright, so this stone reminds you to be joyful, reminds you that you are wealthy, reminds you that you are rich, reminds you that you can manifest your desires. Alright, let me get close to that. Let me see if it'll zoom in.
Managing my type 2 diabetes wasn't my top priority until I held her. I found my Traceva reason. Now I'm doing more to lower my A1C. Once daily Traceva controls blood sugar for 24 hours.
Yeah, I know.
A1C reduction.
My camera don't even want to
is to control high blood sugar in adults with diabetes. Don't use Traceba to treat diabetic ketoacidosis during episodes of low blood sugar or if you are allergic to any of its ingredients. Don't share needles, syringes, or insulin pens. Don't reuse needles or syringes. The most common side effect is low blood sugar, which may cause dizziness, sweating, confusion, and headache. Check your blood sugar. Low blood sugar can be
my camera
serious
doesn't
and
want to
may be
zoom in.
life-threatening. Injection site reactions may
Gotta figure out how to do that.
All
right, I'm also going to be employing the energies of pyrite. Pyrite pretty much is the same thing. The revelation I got from pyrite is that it reminds you that you are a part of God's economy. Did I say you can be running the ad, sir? It reminds you that you are in God's economy. Right? That's what it reminds you of. That you can pull on, you can call on God's economy at any time. Something just came to my spirit. Let me go ahead and play it. All right. Let me just play something with just dropping in my spirit a while ago. You know what I'm saying? All right. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. What you say? When did my cat jump up in the video? That nigga is so disrespectful. I don't wanna wait. I don't wanna wait. Alright, so I'm gonna add the pyrite as well, like I said I would. Alright, so pyrite and lava. Pyrite is a silver stone. Put it on my receptive hand, which is my left hand. I'm a right dominant. The left hand is the hand you receive with energetically. Well, no. Whatever your dominant hand is, your non-dominant hand is the hand that receives energy. And your dominant hand, which in my case is the right hand, is the hand I receive with. Little metaphysics for y'all. When you're laying hands on people and you're trying to transmit or put out an energy, put out the healing, put out the anointing, you use your dominant hand. If you're lefty, you use your left. If you're righty, you use your right. That's the hand you lay hands with. The left hand is what you receive with. Always remember that. I mean, so for those of you who are saying, where is that in the Bible? Well, it is not in the Bible, but watch this. When you write, don't you project? When you write something physically, you're projecting what? Your thoughts, right? I thought so. So your dominant hand is what you project with. So if I want to project my thoughts, I write with my dominant hand. Yeah. So yeah. And what else I'm gonna add? Anything else I want to add? No, that's it. I'm gonna keep my lapis lazuli on. Lapis is good for speaking your truth. It's good for intuition. It's good for spiritual sight. I just remade this. Let me take this off and show you. First it was just all lapis. The lapis is the blue stone, and then I added clear quartz to it in a nice design. It was a bit of a headache to make because the clear quartz, the holes are very small. Alright? So clear quartz is a great stone to bring clarity, clearance, rebalancing your energy, rebalancing your mental faculties. But it also is an amplifier and clarifier of anything that it touches. You have quartz in your phone. Quartz is in the screen of this phone that I'm using right now. Quartz is in anything that requires energy to be stored, amplified, and transmitted. All right? More spiritual science for you. All right? And for the record, if you ever see any bracelets I have and you would like to buy it, you are free to do so as well. So this, I'll sell for 8 if you want it. It's about 7.5 inches. All right. So if you're skinny, it might be a little baggy. It might be like, you know what I mean, down here. But if you got a 7.8 wrist, you know, hangs loosely. I can shake it. It won't come off. All right. So let's do this. I don't want to wait in vain for your love, baby. I don't want to wait in vain for your blessings, Lord. Me no want to wait in vain. Me want the blessing come. Me want the girl come. Me want the goodness come. Me want the good friends come. Me not wait in vain, God. What I'm here, man. This is what I'm here, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel good today. Wonderful. I think I'm going to keep my clear quartz on. I'm just going to add the citrine in the mix, in the pot. Yo, wild one. Get up. Fox. Get up. Fox, hey.
With you today. Yeah.
Hello.
I see. Oh, okay.
Fox.
Okay,
He ain't turning around, but his ears is listening. You see his ears cocking back, right?
You're more likely to start smoking cigarettes.
All right. All right. I should keep the citrine right here. All right. The scientist is in the building. You don't know. Yeah, man. This is my forehead necklace. Wealth on the mind. Wealth on my mind. I got wealth on my mind. Alright. Let's turn this down. Alright. So I've been thinking about the love of money. Right? When I listen to certain music, I hear the glorification of money. I hear the love of money. And I'm like, they said they'll kill for it. It's all about the money. M.O.B., money over bitches. Right? Y'all know the saying. You know, I gotta say it how it is. Money over everything. Right? And I'm just like, that's power. That's crazy to think. Because they put money over everything. Now, what's money? On a physical level, it is just a piece of paper with some alleged value to it. If you go into a store, you give someone a piece of paper, you can acquire something. You can purchase something with that piece of paper. But on the physical level, it's gonna work my nerves. Let me bring it down. On a physical level, it's just a piece of paper. Seriously. So, you mean to tell me you will kill for that? You will cheat? You will do all types of evilness and wickedness for it? That piece of paper? Something that came from a tree? Because you're told that it's in the value of such and such? It's alleged. Do you have any concrete proof that this piece of paper has value? You can say, yeah, it has value. When I go to the store, I give them this and I get that. Well, what if that store owner believes the same alleged information that you do? Does it make it any truer? Maybe true within the context of that community or that consciousness, that mindset. But is it true? Is it? Yes, no, maybe so. But this entire world has done so much wickedness in the name of, in the pursuit of, in the retaining, the maintenance of their overstuffed bank accounts. They've killed for it. They've maimed for it. They've done every kind of evil for it. Right? So, trying to get my jewelry together. I do apologize if I keep fidgeting. They've done everything. Just want to put the clear quartz and the citrine together. They've done everything that I guess we could consider evil for the money, for the green, for the dollar bills, right? And I'm gonna find a scripture. But is it right? It's wicked. It's wrong. That's just a piece of paper on a physical level. The only meaning it has is that which you attach to it. So if I convince you, and you know, that principle is demonstrated. Get this pillow from my back, y'all. Oh, Lord, yes, that feels so good. Whew. All right, so the value placed on something, if it's shopped around over and over, or it presents itself to seem like it has a value, once it becomes accepted by the multitudes, it becomes a truth in a sense. May not be the truest of the truth, but it's a truth because this group of people, or this consciousness, this mindset, believes in that product. Our inventors and salesmen do it. They do it all the time. They do it all the time. Shop their product. Look, this product can cure, this product can do, this product can offer such and such service. Right? So once it is presented, that's what marketing is about. Marketing isn't necessarily bad, but it can be horribly manipulated, and a lot of times it is, by those people who are not righteous. It is used to manipulate the mind, manipulate the sadist and sexual deviance, that nature that's within us. They play on that. Sex sells. Why are you making the burger sexy? Because we're sexual beings. So they're playing on something that is good and originally created by God and placed it within them by God. It's one of the drives of nature. So one of the main drives of nature is food, air and water, and sex. All those elements I just named is the implanted drive in every single human being. Mr. Bozo down the block who can't get a job for nothing, who don't want to work, he still has to eat. He still got to survive. And he still got to have sex. See, there's those three natural natures. So I've been learning as well that our carnality or our humanity is good. It's something God placed within us. Though it may be somewhat perverted now because of the separation that happened in Adam and Eve, them days. It's perverted. Because that's all the enemy did, was take something that was originally good and pervert it. So we can't say, oh, the devil did and the devil created. He ain't create nothing. You should say, yeah, the devil came and perverted this situation. He perverted these youth's passion, and then they started brawling. That's what he did. But passion is good. It's a drive. It's a fire. It's a burn towards something, towards getting something done. So I've been thinking, these people say they'll do anything for the money, do anything to get the bag, do anything to get the dollars. It's obvious we need money to, they say money make the world go round, right? No, you need money to make your world go around. Your world. So They'll do anything for the cash. They'll do anything for the dollars. Wear their body out, wear their mind out, wear their emotions out, wear their relationships out, wear their spirit out, wear their spirituality out. They'll wear their walk with Christ out for the money. Just a piece of paper on a physical level with an attached value or a belief that it actually means something. But, you know, and it's funny because I said I came on here, I'm going to prophesy to a few folks, but watch this. Do you know that preaching is also prophesying? Teaching is also prophesying? Because guess what? When the people listen to this, they're going to experience something and they're like, oh, dang, this brother said that. That's prophecy. So I'm prophesying right now. There's going to come a day when the money that you slaved over for years, the money that you could not give to God, of course, through donating to worthy causes, the money you couldn't part with for a tithe or for an offering, one day is going to come where you will see, just like you would see a candy wrapper or, you know, a wrapping off of a hero or some kind of dust or some kind of tumbleweed, you will see that same dollars rolling in the street. You will see that same dollar come to a place where it is nothing more than fuel for a fire to keep you warm in the wilderness. This prophet is saying that. Right? So don't become a slave for the money. Yes, it's good to have wealth. It is a wonderful feeling. Money does give you energy. It comes with an energy, I'm saying. It comes with an energy. Watch this. Money is called currency. Currency, which means something to be moved. The minute you start hoarding, the money starts dissipating. It starts escaping from you. It starts leaving you in the form of this accident or this bill or this relative needs some money for this and that. So money is made to remain current, which means it's supposed to be moving. It's supposed to be sowing into this place, sowing into that place. It's a constant law of giving and receiving, because as you're giving, you are receiving. I remember one time I donated to my therapist, and that night, he's my spiritual therapist. His name is Jerome Sage Butler. You can find him on YouTube, on Sela Media, or on his personal channel, which is Tree Life, the Tree, ALIFE Television Network. And look in the description. You can contact him for your therapy session as well. But anyway, I donated to my therapist, and that night while walking to work, I work overnights right now at the airport, and in the black of night, it's like my eyes was just I was crossing a busy street too. It's like my eyes was just magnetically drawn to the floor. There was a $20 bill rolled up, and I was like, God, so it's meant to be moved. So God was saying, here you go, son. Go buy yourself some lunch. Thank you for that donation. Not that God needs the money, but he's after the faith attached. So this is why God will ask you to give up something that means something to you, because he knows that it's going to take a faith to let it go. It's going to take a faith to transfer. It's going to take a faith to keep it current, keep it in currency. Fighting off a sneeze, y'all. The allergies is kicking up, y'all. I know I ain't the only one going through it. He wants to see the faith that it's going to take to let go of that thing, to keep it currency, to keep it in a state of currency, to keep a state in a state of moving forward, or circulating, rather, if you don't like the word currency. So it's really not the dollar amount he's concerned about. He's concerned about the faith attached to let go of it. Is that making sense? So everybody hates the $1,000 seed in the church, right? I never sown one, but I would like to. It's a breakthrough seed, right? It's a breakthrough donation. Kind of hate that word seed because it's just being raped. It's a donation that it is a breakthrough donation, because what? It takes a lot of faith to give $1,000 into a church. So you get blessed, not necessarily because of the money that you give it, but you get blessed because of the faith attached to the action. I hope that's making sense. It's a revelation. It's a revelation. So, but don't love money. When I say love, that means that if you don't have it, you can't even function. You're pissed off. You're in a bad attitude. Your vibe is just crazy. You don't want to talk to nobody. You ain't got no energy. You can't pray. And if you do pray, that's all you're praying about. You are in love with money. You are serving money, which is mammon. God said, don't serve money. He said not to do it. So those people who are loving money, these celebrities or the rich or even the poor who idolizes money. See, I don't idolize money. Yes, you do. Because if you don't get it, you're ready to fight. I've been there. So let me put my hands up first. I have been ready to pop off because my check wasn't right. So don't love it. Love the greatest economic center in this entire universe, in all of the universes, which is Elohim. And if you want to invoke that spirit, invoke that consciousness, all you have to do is chant the holy name. Yahweh Jireh. Some say Jehovah Jireh. Yehovah Jireh. The Lord is my provider, or the Lord will see to it that it is provided in his mountain. You see? So those names of God was not given just to be cute in the Bible. They were given to be chanted. They were given to be prayed. They were given to be invoked. Anytime I do a healing prayer for someone, I always invoke the name Yahweh Rofi or Jehovah Rapha or Yehovah Rofi. The Lord is our healer. And I always invoke as well the presence of Archangel Raphael and his healing company. He is the angel of healing. So you can always just do something in faith and get results. But again, it's more powerful when that power is consciously wielded. In other words, when you know what the heck you're talking about. When you know what you're doing. And these are the things the prophets knew. So I am of the new, but I also have ties and connections with the ancient order of the prophets of Yahweh. So I'll be bringing some things that may sound witchy, it may sound occultic, but it's not. The devil cannot create nothing. The only thing he does is pervert the natural order, natural powers and talents, God-given powers and talents, either in nature or in us, because we are nature too. Do you know that? See, this is why Jesus Christ is so powerful, and he's such a powerful master to serve, because he is the number one example. Perfectly God and perfectly man. You are too. We are too. You see? Or else how could you do the same things that he has done except you be as him? I don't have to wait till Christ comes back, the so-called rapture, to be as him. I am as him now. As I operate, as I teach, as I elaborate his word, which wasn't his words even, it was the words of God being channeled through him. You're experiencing the same thing. You're experiencing the same thing with me. You're experiencing the healing. You're experiencing the prophecy. You're experiencing the anointing. You're experiencing the word of the Lord coming to pass in your life as I speak. We are as him now. We are Christ. We are as Christ. Christ is the body. Christ is the collection of the 144, which is not a literal number. It just means an innumerable number. I know some preach that it's actually 144,000. No. You limit God. It was a metaphor. To say perfect governmental order. 12 times 12. The Bible says it's an innumerable number. So you can't say it's 144. It's only 144. Nah. If you're watching this, I believe you're the 144. But are you going to make your calling and election sure of the 144,000? 144,000. Right? Are you going to make your calling and election sure? Ask the Holy Spirit. Help me to make my calling and election sure. Help me to be sure of what I'm doing. Help me to be sure of my call. Help me to be sure of this walk that I'm walking in. That's what you want to do. That's where you want to be at with all of that. Help me to make my calling and electoral call sure. My electoral calling sure. Help me to be sure. Help me to be sure of the glory that I walk, and help me to be sure of the glory that I preach. You see? So, don't love the money. Don't love the money God. You don't even have to cast out the money God. Make the money God serve you. The Most High is in you, so you can speak as the Most High. The Most High created all other gods, so you have to command all the other gods to come serve you. Some people may say, how dare you? You think you are God. How dare you to think that you are not God? Remember, God is a species. God is a kind. If you're a human, you're of the God kind. You're of the God species. Your sorrow is connected to the fact that you refuse to be as God in the earth, which He ordained you to be. He said He gave you dominion and power in the earth. Now, if you don't understand, don't say, oh, that's the devil. Ask God, Lord, the things that the man is saying to me right now through this camera, I want to jump through the camera and beat him, but there's something about his words that's just resonating in my soul. Help me to understand the revelation and mystery. All mysteries can be cracked. You need to search them out. You need to try to understand them. That's all you got to do. So that's what I challenge you to do. Not to love the money God, but to love the God that can have the money God serve you. Father, you are rich. You are we can't even grasp the wealth. You own everything. There is nothing you don't own. Therefore, Lord, in this world right now, money does the talking and the bull crap does the walking. That's just how this world works, Lord. We're asking you as your sons and daughters to help us to be our richest and wealthiest selves. And for each of us, Lord, that is going to look different. But we ask you that we be our richest selves, first and foremost spiritually, on a spirit level and on a soul level. And then next, the physical. We want physical riches. We want to live nicely. We want to live luxuriously. We want to leave an inheritance for our children so they don't suffer like how we suffered on our way up the ladder. Help us, God. Help us to see the wealth and the riches that are in our very hands right now, and how to turn it, how to do alchemy, spiritual alchemy, to turn that base metal, turn that carbon into diamond, turn that base metal into gold. Teach us and give us the revelation, the mystery on how to manifest that thing. We thank you for all of the holy angels that are going to assist us, and the ministering spirits that will come assist us in that goal. We thank you for the dreams, revelations, and visions that you will give us, and the prophetic utterances that you will give us to make this a reality. In your name, Yehoshua, Hamashiach, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christos, our Lord, our Savior, and our big brother and our friend. So it is. If you are in need of prophetic prayer, please call or text me. Leave a detailed message or detailed text at 607-323-1288, and we will schedule your spiritual session, your prophetic therapy session. It's going to be powerful. You're going to get results. You're going to get instructions, and it's a personal call with the prophet of Yahweh. So if you're interested in that, please hit me up. Follow me on Facebook. Subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Hit that bell so you can get those notifications. Also on Instagram at Travis L as well, and Periscope the same way. To donate to this ministry, to donate to this cause, you can do so by going to paypal.me /TRAVISRWRIGHT or CashApp to $TRAV1111. Blessings and honor, glory and power be unto the Ancient of Days. Number 6, verses 24 through 26. Yehovah bless you and keep you. Yehovah make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. Yehovah lift up his countenance upon you and give you shalom. And so it is. Please like and share this video. Shalom.